Hello my people, welcome back to my channel. If you're seeing me for the first time, my name is Joyce Anyanwu. Guys, today we are going to be watching a interview in Channels TV where Tony Okocha were leading is it a protest, or he was leading Tinubu, that they support Tinubu, that Tinubu is the right man. This Tony Okocha is a former APC chairperson or chairman in Rivers State. So after going to court, and they remove him from that seat of a chairman, now he's coming out to campaign for Tinubu, or to support, or to show his solidarity for Tinubu. So my people, Nigeria, eye service people are too much in Nigeria. So this Godfrey is interviewing him in Channels. So guys, let's just listen and hear the interview and see what he is going to talk about. And there is a lady, that is talking about, they are still talking about this constitution, to change Nigerian constitution so that it will be favorable to every citizen of Nigeria. All these things that INEC has been rigging election, those constitution, those rights that covered INEC, they have to change those constitutions so that when INEC did something that is not right, the constitution, somebody can come out and quote the constitution. So according to them, they say they have presented it to Tinubu. Guys, please, let's just watch the video or the interview, and then we will come back to wrap it up.
Instead nullified the sack of Emeka Beke as the APC chairman and further reinstated him, and then issued an order restraining Mr. Tony Okocha from parading himself as the APC chairman of Rivers State.
That in Rivers State, the judiciary had turned themselves to some kind of pawn in the hands of a governor who is clueless. The judiciary had become Governor Fubara's supermarket in Rivers State. Our party is law-abiding. Otherwise, we would have said that we are in the era of disobedience to court orders in Rivers State. But we won't go that route. We will challenge, my party will challenge this judgment that will not even stand the test of time. Even a small child will upturn it. The rule and what is strike there is intra-party matter. Court, remove your hand. What have they done? They have delved into intra-party matter to decide for the party who their chairman is.
Okocha, the APC, sacked APC chairman, has led a mega rally in Port Harcourt today to show solidarity with the president. Members of the renewed Hope family of Rivers State, led by Mr. Okocha himself, from the different local government areas of the state, assembled in their numbers at the Port Harcourt Polo Club, carrying inscriptions or placards with different inscriptions showing their support for the president. It's not clear what this is meant to achieve. However, they are marching down a bar road, causing gridlock, according to what we understand, because of their large number. And Mr. Okocha is already standing by to join us for a quick update on what this is all about. Mr. Tony Okocha, thank you so much for joining us on the program.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having the renewed Hope family in Rivers State.
All right, just a quick one. Let's begin with what we're seeing. What is this march really all about?
Well, you're aware that a few days back, some people who are faithless as far as we are concerned, who are also being motivated and sponsored by state politicians. We call them politicians that are in IDP. So they were sponsored and they try to diminish all that the president has done in Nigeria. And particularly in Rivers State, we are aware of what happened here. Rivers State has never been as volatile as we saw, except that somebody was sponsoring the protest. And the man who was sponsoring the protest, the governor of Rivers State, was the only beneficiary of what happened between 1st and 10th of August. Okay, so what we are doing here is to clean that rot. There's a rot already in town. There is some kind of disinformation about what the president has been doing. So we're here to clean the rot, to tell the president that Rivers people are in support. We are supportive of him. We stand on his mandate. So that's why we're here today.
Okay, Mr. Okocha, we know that that protest ended on Saturday, and some people will see some people will assume that this is because you were sacked by the court yesterday. This move looks like a knee-jerk approach to win the sentiment of the president. What would you say to that?
No, that is I don't know the word to use, but just to tell you that, of course, today is Tuesday, it's Monday, Tuesday, rather. The court judgment came only yesterday. Would you imagine that between yesterday that the court judgment came and today, this crowd, this mammoth crowd would have been assembled? We have been in this business. We are supporters of Tinubu. Those other people, I do not even know where they come from. By the time we begin to show videos and begin to show pictures of what they have done over time against Bola Tinubu, from the point of emergence as the candidate of the party, and thereafter, he emerged as the candidate of the party, how they were decorating him on social media as somebody who was on the departure lounge. They are the ones who are doing this. They didn't support the president. But that's not what we are here for. Today we are here to tell Nigerians that renewed hope family in Rivers State is very much alive. And we're here to say to Nigerians that we support Mr. President, that we stand on his mandate.
All right, just
who sacked who. It's court of first instance. If I even want to discuss it, that is court of first instance. Okay, so
that means you're appealing the case.
And the Supreme Court will speak. And note too that I did not contest the election with Emeka Bekele. So it's not about parallel leadership. He was found guilty and culpable of anti-party activities. His members of the state working committee that were elected with him, alongside him, suspended him, held a meeting and suspended him, and went to the court to establish it. So in law, Emeka Bekele is not even a member of APC. Now he has filed an appeal before the Court of Appeal, and the matter is on. So I don't understand this court wahala. Just that the courts in Rivers State are... All
right, Mr. Okocha, just because of time, Mr. Okocha, if I may butt in, if you can hear me, a quick one. So does this mean you're now appealing this case? What is your next line of action?
We are not abiding. We will appeal the case. Nothing to worry. And the party will speak. So don't nothing to worry about at all. You can see that we are not perturbed. We're enjoying ourselves here.
All right, almost thank you for coming on the program, and we wish you the very best. Mr. Tony Okocha.
Guys, you see Nigeria, that country is a cruise. It's just big cruise. And I just want to say something here. You see the people, this man, this Tony Okocha is taking to rally or to support, or I don't know what he is doing, you know, just because he loses a case. That is why you see him is bringing out people after he has, I don't know how much he gave all those people, and bring them out to come and, you know, like they are supporting the president, so that the president now with, you know, now all of us, you know, the logic that is going on in this APC government. So now he's telling the people that, remember, Mr. Emeka Bekele is not an APC member. So he is the APC member. That is why you see him, he's coming out now with his, I don't know, the people he has bribed to promote Mr. President, to say we are solely behind you, so that Mr. President will give command as normal as the way he used to do it. So that he will give command and say, this person is my party member, and therefore you don't supposed to, he has to go back as the chairman of Rivers State APC, Rivers State APC. Guys, you know these people, And this Mr. Emeka Bekena is saying, I am still the member of APC. I am still the member of APC. So guys, you see Nigeria can never work. That country, the corruption. And for example, I just want to urge the River State people. If you people know that Mr. Tinubu is doing good, River State is okay, please comment in the comment section. If there is no hungry in River State, if there is good road, if there is we know the prices of community, the prices of items in the market are different from other places, are very cheap. Please guys, comment in the comment section so that we will know. My God, this is getting out of hand. So now guys, let's just listen further on. They are going to be talking on this constitution, you know. Let's just listen further.
We should include a referendum in our constitution, which is not in our constitution, so that whatever those people in the Constituent Assembly decide, yes, that's the name I was looking for, Constituent Assembly, when they make a decision, for instance, they want to look at the constitution and literally redraft the constitution, give us a new constitution. So if there's a referendum, they present it before the Nigerian people will vote with the referendum to accept or reject whatever is proposed as a draft constitution to become a new law. It's a very complex conversation. But the president has said, look, I hear you, not a problem yet, but right now my priority is the economy, maybe later on. But it looks like his body language is saying we may look at this in the future. One of the persons that was in that meeting is a human rights and civil rights activist, Niger Delta activist, as well as a member of the Patriot. Madam Ankyo Briggs joins us from Port Harcourt, Virgil. Madam, thank you so much for coming on the program.
Thank you for having me. Good afternoon.
I'm almost tempted to drag you into reverse politics, but I'll stay away and stay with the issues why I invited you in the first place. You were in the room with the president, and maybe you can give us a better perspective as to what you saw as the body language of the president when Chief Emeka Anyoko and yourself and the rest made this proposal to him that this document we're working with called our Constitution, as great as it is, it has some fault and we need to correct it. Tell us what played out.
I'm talking about body language of the president. I mean, the president could not have had any other body language but the one of understanding and knowing what we were saying to him. The president is, he has said it over and over again, and Nigerians do know it and accept it, that he was part of the of NADECO. He was part of the people, therefore, that were insisting and calling for a change of government from the military rule to the to civilian rule at that time. And what that then means is that he cannot deny that we Nigerians did not write the 1999 Constitution that is in operation now, because we didn't write it, and he knows it. Now, he's a seasoned activist, agitator for democracy, for federalism, because that was what he was doing with his comrades in during the Abacha era. So his body language, we have nothing to say that made us uncomfortable about his body language. He did say that he has heard us, and that he is going to, for now, his focus is the economy, and that the Patriots are a group of persons in Nigeria that he cannot ignore. Therefore, if from our view, for instance, if he is concentrating on the economy, which is a necessary concentration as far as we are concerned, that the economy must change the way it is now. It is not moving Nigeria forward. It is actually moving us backward. If you look at the pains Nigerians are going through right now, and the pains of our economy, and the pains of the value of our naira against the dollar or against the pound or any other international currency. So we're not uncomfortable whatsoever with the president's reaction to us. We will continue as patriots. We will continue with our program to sensitize Nigerians and to also push for the president to actually concentrate on the economy, as he says,
right,
and also concentrate on a new constitution, because without that new constitution, the economy of Nigeria is hardly going to change for the better, because there are a lot of things in the constitution that is holding down the economy of Nigeria, from security to and food insecurity to if you like the generator of the money that Nigeria is using, and by that I mean the goose that lay the golden egg, and by that I mean oil and gas.
All right, madam. So a few things here. So I listened carefully to Chief Anyoko, and he talked about the plurality of our Nigerian state, and giving an example as to the fact that Yugoslavia, I think Slovakia, I think Sudan, wouldn't manage that plurality properly, disintegrated after a couple of years. And they said Canada and India, for instance, did a great job in reflecting that plurality. So the argument has always been on the part that besides the affirmative plebiscites we saw in 1963 that created the Midwest region from the Western region, the argument is that we never were on the table as to how we want to live and exist together. So my question would be, what exactly is this constitution that we're operating with, called the amended 1999 constitution, missing that this intends to fix?
The fact that the opening statement of that constitution, at the very, as you flip it over, even before you flip it, actually, calling it the Nigerian constitution is a fallacy. Now, flipping it over and going to say we the people is the second fallacy. And so you cannot build anything on falsehood. We the people didn't write it. So just that alone is more than enough, where Nigerians must have and take the opportunity to write a new constitution. There is a lot of things like when you come to where the constitution says, and I'm talking from the experience and the position, if you like, of the Niger Delta people, because all of us, when we sit down to discuss this, are going to discuss from the platform of who we are, where we're coming from, your state of origin, your ethnic nationality, and not by politics. So if we look at it just from there alone, already we have a lot to say in the Constitution. We do not agree that the Constitution is right in saying that the resources in the Niger Delta belongs to Nigeria as a whole, where you have gold is not belonging to Nigeria, so it's not shared as a resource, as a formula. If you look at the new solid mineral that the states who own them have already signed with Chinese explorers and miners, which is lithium. Lithium is quite an expensive resource right now, and it's not being brought to the table. And yet, people are cutting away, we are told, bars of gold, and lithium is going to be explored and exploited. And for now, we have not seen anything to indicate that it's going to go into the table, on top of the table where the sharing is made. So just talking as a Niger Delta person, then we need a new constitution. And I am sure people from the Middle Belt, people from the Southwest and Northeast and North Central will have their own position to take. That's why it is very critical at this time that we have a president who understands restructuring, who knows what restructuring means, who was a fighter for justice and equity in Nigeria, which restructuring is one of the demands. And the fact that people should be able to cater for themselves within their region or their state and their state, what they produce in their state. That's just one aspect of why we believe in the Niger Delta, that we should have a new constitution. But I can't speak for another state, and I can't speak for another ethnic nationality.
All right, so apparently I can hear you loud and clear in terms of resource control, but of course it's called, the proposal has to do with constituent assembly. We don't know what the modalities will be at the end of the day, whether it's going to be demographic assembly as well, because young people, there's a model that young people are using now to make their voices heard, and even the Nigerian state is finding it difficult to manage that kind of approach, which is faceless, leaderless kind of advocacy against what they are not comfortable with. And because the older generation are used to people coming in front and leading protests and all of that. So my next question will have to be, as far as this is concerned, some people are saying is a constitutional change in constitution, a new constitution, the solution to our problem, or we should actually look deep into leadership crisis that we have?
Well, leadership crisis is there. But you see, the leaders that we have, even if in all their sincerity, if there is, in all their sincerity, that they want to make some changes, like restructuring Nigeria, for instance, you can't even take a step towards restructuring without actually going in to do something about amending the constitution, for you to have that space. And so that's why we are saying that the constitution is restricting the people of Nigeria to be able to exercise the rights of democracy and the rights of people to make their choices. One example I would want to give will be, for instance, INEC, the Independent National Electoral Body. Now, they are there to make sure that our votes count. But what we have seen over and over again is INEC's personal involvement, depending on who is the chairman of INEC, involvement in elections and calling results that they cannot prove without falsehood, that actually this is the true voting pattern that the people took. The next position is the position of the judiciary. The judiciary has now, some of the judiciary, I must add, because I also have family members that are lawyers. And so when you look at the judiciary, it seems to me that the judiciary has become, if you like, the final sayer of who won an election, even if looking at it and getting the facts on the table, you cannot truly put your hand on your chest and say that the result INEC had called at any place is the true result of what the people said. So it takes us back to the Constitution, which means that we have to change the Constitution that has given INEC all this power and that ignores when INEC goes wrong. It's all in the Constitution. Right. And therefore, we must have a new Constitution. And the way that it is going to be done, you mentioned that earlier, is that we have called on the President to send a bill to the National Assembly. And we have also mapped out just one area, which does not mean we cannot, or that the government cannot, or other Nigerians cannot add to it, which is to say that it should be represented by people of the state and the ethnic nationalities within those states and their background in whatever they are doing.
Madam, thank you. Apparently, this is an ongoing conversation, and I'm sure the Patriots will visit again and again to make sure this is reflected as much as possible. We are all looking for a better country. We must thank you and your group for being at the vanguard of this. Human, civil, and Niger Delta activist, a member of the Patriot, Madam Ankyo Briggs. Thank you, Madam.
Thank you very much for having me.
My beautiful people. So, my beautiful people, hey, you guys have heard to what Mrs. Patron said. So, hey, Nigerian, everybody is just saying Tinubu body language, Mr. President body language shows that they are going to change Nigerian constitution. His body language tells that he has heard and is going to do something about that. Okay. So, according to what this woman said, she has said a lot of things concerning this constitution, that if they change Nigerian constitution, first of all, the INEC would not have that upper hand, that they would do anything they feel like doing and they will go scot-free because of the constitution, you know. And when they change the constitution, a lot of things, a lot of good things will happen in Nigeria because of this constitution. So people are just pressing on that constitution. And let me tell you, on my own, I will say what I feel like. You see, this constitution, as far as I say, this constitution is favoring the politicians, they can never change this constitution. I'm telling you, you guys should just forget about all these things that they are saying. Tinubu body language shows that it has heard and it will change the constitution and it will do something about the constitution. Let me tell you something. Even when Tinubu was campaigning for this election to be president of Nigeria, his body language was telling people that Tinubu cannot rule Nigeria. Tinubu will not sit in that seat for 3 months and Tinubu will fight. But today, what are we seeing? Tinubu is even stronger than a lot of people, a lot of young people that were coming out for that election. So you people should not allow Tinubu body language to deceive you guys, because all these things people are saying, and now he has said that yet. What would Tinubu say? Tinubu will say, I will not do it. He will still say, yeah, I've heard to what you people are saying, but now I'm concentrating on the Nigeria economics. So it doesn't mean that means that Tinubu has accepted to change Nigeria constitution. It would not work. As far as this constitution is favoring them, they are using especially that aspect of INEC. They are using it to rig the election. They are using it to do. Just look at what happened in last election. You know that everything, all the evidence Peter Obi shows in the court, all the evidence Atiku shows in the court, but the court still come out and say no, INEC have right to do and undo. INEC have right to change and unchange. So that is the decision of the INEC. So you think that by them changing that constitution, it will work? After INEC has come out to say they are going to electronic transmission, they are going to be using electronic transmission for the election, that if you vote, if you put your hand, it will translate direct to the INEC office or to the Viva this thing. And last, they still came out and said no, we change it, we don't want it that way, because they have collected a lot of what they call bribe, and they have sold. You see, this people, they have sold Nigeria out. Nigeria, all these people are coming out to talk every day. The constitution, let's change constitution. And for that, except somebody that is very, very disciplined. And let me even tell you people, no matter that Tinubu is sitting there as a president, he's not the only one ruling Nigeria. They have Kaban. They have Kaban, and they can never change that constitution. They can never. So if we are just deceiving, as far as Nigeria is concerned, is it not Nigeria? Very corrupt and very wicked set of people, politicians in Nigeria. Very corrupt and wicked. So all these people are just clamoring, doing. We have done. Okay, for example, now we came out to protest from on the 1st of August till on the 10th that things to change. Things will change. What has changed? What has changed after the protest? What has changed? Nigeria is still the same. Things are still the same. Tinubu only came out to begin to count his achievement, that what he has done. What has Nigeria, what has the protest done? Nothing. Nothing. Instead of that, people that buy, they buy for nothing. People that they arrested, they arrest them for nothing. Nothing has changed. So people should forget Nigeria. Nigeria, a group of people. And another thing that I have come to see in this Nigeria, until we as Nigerians come together, we as Nigeria come together and in unity and say this is what we want, then then it will work. For example, they have said that people should come out and protest. Some group of people are supporting Tinubu, while some group of people are saying let's protest. While some people are saying protest is not the answer to the problem. Tinubu is doing well. Tinubu is our hero. Since Tinubu came in, we have been getting this, we have been getting that. So how can it work? It will not work. Even though you come out now to plan something, they will go and leak it to Tinubu. They will go and leak it to their caban. So what is going to work in Nigeria? Nothing. Let's just forget about this country. Look at the way they are fighting. Who is going to be APC chairman? Who is not going to be APC chairman? You go to Labour Party that was even better before. Everybody was saying, okay, Labour Party. Since Peter Obi came to Labour Party was recognized. Now they are fighting who is going to be the chairman, who is not going to be the chairman. Kenneth Okonkwo came out and he was telling Peter Obi he cannot rule Nigeria. Peter Obi is so sweet. Peter Obi is so quiet. Peter Obi cannot rule Nigeria. This and that, and that. Hypocrite everywhere. Hypocrite. Everybody is an hypocrite to each other. Everybody needs attention. Everybody want to be that person that you want to be. So my people, I don't have much to say in this matter. If you people feel that what they say that Tinubu, according to Tinubu body language, that is going to change the Nigerian constitution, please drop in the comment section. If you believe that Tinubu will rewrite Nigerian constitution, please comment in the comment section. If you still believe like me that nothing is going to happen in that country, still drop in the comment section. Yes guys, if you have watched it this time, thank you very much. Please guys, like this video, share, subscribe to my channel and click at that notification bell so that whenever I post a video, you will be the first to be notified. Thank you very much, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye for now.